Good morning, y'all. Let's get this music right. Here we go. That's at 1. And then let's turn it down a little bit here. Do it right about. That looks good. I think it looks good. I don't know for sure. We will see. Anyways, volume down. That way there's no echo. How's the audio? How's everything? I noticed that I've been doing this a lot and I should be a little bit closer. So anyways, welcome to Denoted. This is the Fiddy episode, who is probably not gonna end up in chat the entire time, but that's okay because I love Guava anyways, so it doesn't really bother me. Guava, it's just, it's something I didn't know I liked until I tried it in DIY, and it's one of those things that I just absolutely, oh gosh, Fiddy is actually here. Well, thanks for coming, Fiddy. I am not, I want to try the Pure Max really bad, but I'm just worried about the regularity or availability of their pods, especially after a couple years. Like the X-Rose and all that, like I know it's probably going to be gone, what, 5-10 years? It's going to be a while. Whereas Yeehee, I feel like they're just going to make it harder to find those coils. And then, yeah, and then yada yada yada, make it hard as hell to get it. Or just make it to where they don't make it anymore, which I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I used all my shields. That's fantastic. Well, anyways, so today we're doing the Fiddy episode, which is requested by Fitty, the Guava episode. I said it backwards, whatever. But yeah, I don't have medicine flowers, so Fitty, feel free to go over your notes in chat, and Dumay as well. I don't have any Dumay, unfortunately. I want Dumay. I really want their mangoes and all that. And it seems like I am just not gonna beat this guy. Oh well. I'll have to play it. Yeah, I want to get that. Let me make sure. Wanted to talk a little bit to make sure audio is okay. Can't hear the music too much, so I'll turn it up a little bit. Either that, let's switch over to this. Let me know if the music gets too loud. Turn it up a little bit down. I think here is fine, right around here. Let me know though. Let me know. Alright, so let's get into it. So Guava is one of my favorites. So it should be fun as heck to do this. So coffee. Alright. So obviously, I mean, whoa, that is significantly. Look at that. 20,000 plus, jeez. So yeah, Sweet Guava is the number one. Let me make sure everything. Okay, I don't want other songs to play. That ones will be good. The Sweet Guava. So first and foremost, if you're looking for like an authentic guava, Sweet Guava is not it, unfortunately. It is definitely 100% candied. So coming into that, come to that realization. That doesn't make it a. I should probably not kick the computer. That doesn't make it a good or like terrible flavor. It doesn't define who it is, but you have to understand that going into it. You know, you're getting kind of a not kind of like a full candy kind of deal. It's super juicy, super sweet. Has a decent kind of body, but when you push it up, you have to push it, 3 to 6 for the main. If you want like a note, 1 to 3% is okay. It's not the best at doing accents or kind of being an additive. Like it can do work as an additive, but I think it truly excels at being a main star. That's what I think. It's very tasty as well. It reminds me of a candy that I don't know. I don't know the brand. I think this is it. I've had it before. I the thing is I didn't have it like in one of these things. I had it in I think a small case. So it literally could be any of these. It was a hard if I remember red, this is green, but I remember it being more red like this. Kind of like a cough drop, simple butterscotch essence. So I don't know exactly what brand. This is literally what it looked like. And I know it's not Dr. John's. This one definitely I wasn't eating Dr. John's as a kid. But that's what it kind of looks like. It's a hard candy kind of vibe that I get from it. The hard candy is different, of course. It doesn't give you like hard candy vibes. It gives you kind of like you melted it down, of course, into a syrup. But that's the exact kind of like guava I get from it, like the candied, super sweet. If we're talking about the funk radar, which I think needs to be addressed a lot on this episode, because some are funky, some are not. This is not funky. I'm assuming like if you first started doing it, like like your first funky tropical you know experience, then yeah, it might be a tough stay. Uh, but nonetheless, I think it's one of the best kind of like introductory to the funk. um, there's a tons of flavors, and we will go over them today. Where the funk is it's understatement. It's like me with floral. Like I feel so terrible when I'm like, yeah, there's not much floral in that, and then people are like, this happened on Noted. And they're like, you're crazy, there's a lot of floral. Well, the same thing happens with funk. So I don't want to say there's no funk in this. There's definitely some level of funk, but if we're talking about the funky radar, how many times can I say funky in an episode or in a minute? It's not that funky. I think it's one of the best introductions to tropics. I think it's one of the best introductions to even per se that funk. uh, I absolutely love this flavor. It's not just one of my favorite guavas. It's probably in my top 50 overall flavors, just because of how reliable it is. As I said earlier, I'm going to talk about this as much as I can. This is probably one of the best, one of the most useful flavors tonight or today. But I love it. I think as an additive, it doesn't excel. I know people are going to be like, yeah, it does. I use it as an additive in 1987. Okay, that's great. I've used it as an additive as well. I just don't think it excels at that. I think it excels more as a base or a main character versus an additive. Combining it with other kinds of guavas, I'm not going to say it doesn't pair well, but definitely it seems to be either bullied or bully. So it's a little bit kind of awkward at the party, if you know what I mean. Uh, Nonetheless, one of the greatest flavors of all time, in my opinion. I just absolutely love this flavor. Um, it's in a ton of mixes, as you saw, like 38,000. I'm pretty sure I've done it, but there's pretty much mixes on it almost every single day, I feel like. Not every single day. There's tons that you can get off a head start and pause. Get off. But yeah, I know oh, what? Sorry. Sorry. You think you could get by me? I don't like Red Touch. Red Touch. FA strawberry, except for plain strawberry, I don't like them. I take that back. I forgot about Strawberry Mountain and Fresh Strawberry, but I'm talking about the old ones. Alright, Tangent Time. Good job, Scottish Vapes. This looks good. I would just substitute that, but that's just me. I'm sure this works for a normal palate. I love that. Spices with the banana pair well with the with the cactus. This 2-1 is a perfect little base. The tangerine and the guava is a great. I've done that before. Beautiful recipe, Scottish Vapes. I know we weren't going down that aisle. I was just gonna look at a couple. I saw the Habana. You know exactly what word I thought. All right, so time for another tangent, but in a different way. This is one of the most loved and hate. Do I have the damn funk? Eddie, if you want a timestamp every time I say funk, honestly, that would be hilarious. I would not say no. However, I'd feel bad. Feel really bad if we need like a funky meter. Like I wish I had time. I would make a funky meter, and every time I say funk, it goes up more until it explodes. Something like that nature, something stupid. But it's too late. I was already rushing to get a new how do you like the intro? We can go back real quick. I won't talk, but this thing. Pretty nice, man. I don't know where that is. I know it's not here. Maybe that gave me kind of like I don't know why Thailand vibes. Probably completely wrong. Fitty got it pretty much right there. So Pink Guava by Favora. It's also in a part of it is in other flavors that we will talk in the future. We are gonna go over dark. What is it? Berry guava dark, whatever. Pink guava is a potent flavor. Now here, for some reason, it used to be at like 1.25, 1.5. It's gotten lower. This one you want to start off at 0.5, period. The reason why is I like the funk. This is the funkiest of the night, in my opinion. The funkiest that I can think of. Top 2 guaranteed. I think off the top of my head, it's number 1. Now, when you use above 5, first off, 0.5, first off, it becomes more and more grapefruit the more potent you use it. When you use it above 0.75, it can be a complete and utter bully. Now, I have done recipes, I think, long ago I think this was in my reign. Dude, I've been mixing so long now, stupid. I used to just like scroll and I would find my recipe right away. I guess not. It's in my sick mix, which doesn't amount for much, but you see I only use 0.5. I used it in another I think I used it in Purple Rain. I don't know for sure. Purple Rain was my adaptation of no, that's not it. Purpled Rain of what's his name? Alfred Pudding. No, for some reason I thought it was in there. I guess I'm tripping. For mine. Well, pink guava, it's more of a grapefruit. I love this flavor. There's people that absolutely can't stand this flavor. I think it's in a lot of tropical commercial e-liquids. However, if you do like the funk, this is one of the best. But I recommend starting low, not because the funk is unbearable. I don't mind it. It's more because it can be a real annoying mix with. It is not too friendly. Now, if you mix with other grapefruits, it's absolutely delightful. But I'm saying if you want to just add a little guava to your strawberry, it's not going to be as easy as you think, especially with the diluted or muted strawberry palette. It's a little bit challenging. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to make hate vape, but I'm definitely going to say you're going to make a recipe and then just be vaping pink guava by Favora. Which, to some, that might be a disaster. That might be a terrible weekend. But I love it. Funk? It's kind of like a BO that tropical fruit give you. That similar to the funk that you get in a cheesecake, the funk that you get in a yogurt. It's kind of like funk per se is not for everyone. Funk means funky, kind of like BO, stanky, weird taste. It's typically used in tropical fruits just because of the weird flavors that it means. If you want me to be literal, does funk mean fruits? The funk mean in food. The kamich, sauerkraut, bread, to name a food prize only, right? Funky flavors also prohibit the process of fermentation. What? Funk? Sad? In tropical fruits. Kind of like musk, I would say. Distinctive aroma of tropical fruits in Jamaica room, as well as other foods and drinks. It can refer to a feeling of sad. What? As well. Oh. Drink of rum, wine, coffee, beer. So it's just kind of used to describe the flavor or the aroma. Funk is a bad term for the most part. What's a bang on? Yeah, but funk, it depends. Like for me personally, I like that kind of musky, funky flavor that you get, like saying like mangoes or guavas. But other people don't want it at all. They want an unfunky, mango. They want, yeah. Funk can be dirty feet to some people. Some people get a different kind of. Just watch the mango episode of ID10T. And how many times he has like feet and all these off notes. That's the funk. But anyways, Pink Guava is the funkiest. It's definitely the stankiest. I love it. You definitely just start low and you'll live. You'll survive. It's definitely a single flavor test flavor. Like you can't just go and mix. Um, what is the difference between musk and funk? What is the difference in fruits for musk? Funk? Uh, Whatever. I don't care. A Donkey Kong. But yeah, pink guava is up there. That's like one of the more additive flavors. TPA I had a long time ago. I did not like it. I think pissy like pissy floral is what my PTSD brings up from it. When you order from, I think I got this for free from BCF, or in those days where I was just going crazy with the Nicotine River sales. But it is definitely not good. Flavor West Guava, it's decent. I get a very candied, tropical guava out of it. I don't use it. Don't get TPA. Just don't get TPA. There's many better flavors from them, but I just remember it having off notes, and yeah. But Flavor West is decent. It's kind of like their kiwi. Like it reminds me of like a kiwi version, meaning candied, like that kind of like very artificial, very sweet. Like, oh my god, my coils are not gonna make it to 2 p.m. kind of thing. Um, I don't use it that much just for the simple fact that I typically lean towards other guavas that you're just gonna see tonight or today. I keep saying tonight. What is wrong with me? It's like 12. Yeah, Flavor West is okay. I wouldn't recommend TPA, but Flavor West is decent if you wanted to explore and deep dive guavas. It's got a pretty good base, no top notes. It works okay with others. I haven't explored it to the realm where I trust it, which is a big issue. It just seems to either uh, fade away or just kind of not do what it's supposed to and just become kind of like a green. Explain that. Not the best. What's this one? Elf Cabin? I've had FA before. Doesn't FA have two? Am I tripping? What was that? Did I just learn how to open a new tab? Ah, it's the pink guava. Okay. Alright. That was cool. I just learned how to open a new tab. I'm not going to remember that. So, both guavas from Flavor Art. I'll go over both. I don't like either. So, if you want to save some time, there you go. Congrats. 3.5 minutes saved. Now, the OG guava. I haven't had it in a while, so my memory is kind of jaded. But if I remember correctly, I did it at 1 and 2. Okay, so I might have been undershot in it. And I remember it not being, like, I don't remember being 2.5 stars. I just remember it being very faded, very diluted and watered down. And exactly, very funky, not musky, or whatever. Funky, musky. It just, it was kind of like a watered down pink guava dollar store brand edition. Does that make sense? I didn't mind it. The tropics got worse. Tropical sensation or whatever got worse at 2. But just overall, I didn't I wanted it to do more, and I wanted more out of it. It wasn't that basy, and it was diluted. Um, but yeah, did not like that one as well as the other one that we'll go through in the future. This one, all right. A lot of people hate on this passion orange guava. Now the passion in the guava is good. The orange gives me a little piney and salt kind of thing. Um, there's a lot of hate. I don't even know why there's hate. I don't think it's that terrible of a flavor. No, cause it's big man having to catch up on. Okay. Okay, 8% might be too high. So I've done it 3 and 5. Now, it's definitely like the passion fruit and guava are good, but the orange is what ruins it. So I liked it better at 3 to 4. I think this excels if you're just gonna kind of use it as a booster. If you somehow had those three, you know, if you're making a pog, you know, I don't think it is the. I mean, it's a lazy man's pog. Let's face it. So if you just wanted to be lazy, you'd be okay. It's not the worst pog I've ever had. Like I've tried so many pogs when I was working at the shop, when I was doing a review, mostly at the shop because I don't I don't always like pogs. And this is the probably the problem is because the pine flavor in there. At higher percentages, the pininess of the orange comes out and it just ruins it. At lower percentages, I didn't mind it. It wasn't the greatest thing, you know, it was definitely like a 5 out of 10 or a C plus student. It wasn't failing, it wasn't terrible, it wasn't unusable. It has its place. It's a very small place, and honestly, hate to be cliche, but it's easier to make it on your own and way better. I think that's why it gets a lot of flack. But this was, I don't know still because I haven't tried commercial in a couple years, but it was in a lot of commercial e-liquids back in like 2018. Yeah, I mean, like I said, 5 out of 10. Like it's not too bassy. It doesn't have too much top notes. It's kind of light, typical TPA. You can make it better on your own, but I think if you're lazy, if you can't source a ton of pogs, meaning passion fruit and guava, oranges should be regularly available, then you'll live. You'll be okay. I think with having so much flavors, we become spoiled. But we also got to remember a lot of people can't get these other brands. They can only get TPA, Cap, and Flavor West. And if that is in the equation, then the flavor is not that bad whatsoever. Like, it will make you survive. But if you have a realm of flavors, 6 to 10,000 that you can order, various websites, you don't have limitations, then yeah, it's not as good. But I don't think it's like 2.5 stars. Well, I guess it's not too far off. I would say 3. Malaysian guava. Now, what is Malaysian guava? We're gonna Google that because I don't freaking know. The Malaysian guava, also known as the red Malaysian guava, is a rare tropical fruit that is sweet, tart, and has a unique appearance. The fruit is maroon on the outside and has a pinkish cream inside. Taste: the fruit has a floral, mild, and aromatic flavor. The pulp is sweet and juicy. Red Malaysian guava has a subtle sweetness with a floral aroma and moderate acidity. Some say it has a smooth, soft consistency and a perfume-like taste. I'm glad it has that there. So, if you can get behind, or guess in front of, or if you can support the perfume aspect of this, then you'll be fine. You have to be careful with the percentages. At higher percentages, you're going to be like, Grandma? Grandma. You know what I mean? I would say around, I think when I pushed it above 3, I think 4 is where it really pushed. Yeah. So, I would recommend this one definitely down below 2. Around 1 to 2, you get a nice tropical guava. There is some kind of tartness to it. It is not to the level of like an apple or something that's just gonna make you, kind of thing. but it has some. I would say. Um, the guava, however, it's a very unique guava, very different. This is the most different, very similar to like their African horn cucumber or watermelon. African horn cucumber. Yeah, the other one is the yellow watermelon. They do it multiple times where they create a fruit that you can't get anywhere else. I mean, you can probably find it online to eat in real life, but flavor companies don't make yellow watermelons or Malaysian guavas. They're kind of rare. That's what makes Wonder Flavors pretty good. Um, yeah, Wonder Flavors is one of my favorite, and really cool about Wonder Flavors is that you can find the most variety of unique fruits, especially that they're in Canada, which has different kind of things that we don't have, meaning uh, fruits and veggies or whatnot that grow up there, bakeries that I was gonna almost said grow up there, but bakeries that are there. But yeah, this one, it depends upon who you are. Now, see or stand up, lay down. I don't care. Fall asleep. If you don't want a funky tropical floral perfumey guava, then don't get it. If you want the most unique guava, whether good or bad, then you definitely need to get it. I made a few mixes with it. I highly doubt I'll find them uh, that I've enjoyed guava lemonade. So there has been okay, but look how much I used. You see what I'm saying? I use it below two, and it's great at kind of adding boost to other flavors. As a base, which I have done it before, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I tried to push it up to 3 and 4, um, and didn't like it. And the single flavor test, you get it, uh, but you're assuming when you mix it with other stuff, it will kind of change, but it does not. Um, it it is good, but I would be very hesitant to recommend this flavor to most people for the simple fact that it's very funky, very musky, very perfumey, very floral. And if you are sensitive to those, it might even be soapy. I don't know, but if you're sensitive to those, it's not going to be a fun experience. When I did the test and the recipes at 3 and 4, um, I think I just did the recipe at like 2.5 or 3, not even crazy. And then I did the single flavor test at 3, 4, or 5, something like that. And yeah, it's not enjoyable. It can go very wrong very quick. However, as you saw, I like this for natural kind of drinks, alcohol, stuff like that. It really does excel, and it does do well with like natural drinks, like the lemonade that you saw that I just had in there. Flavor West is a very natural. Aurora, to me, by FA is essentially kind of like alcoholic liquid without the alcohol. Like you can make it into a mojito, you can make it into, um, I'm having a brain fart. Whether a lemonade, you can do a whole bunch of things, warping it and kind of change it. But basically, that's what I get is a carbonated, citrusy kind of drink vibe from it. Um, and this just I don't know. Do more. Do a ton of research before you get it. I have several bottles of this. I think I was given a couple free from BCF. Um, yeah, it's a very emotional bipolar flavor. Now, I don't have this flavor, and the reason why is because I did a ton of research and it's not good. So, yeah, I've never even seen this flavor. I don't know if I just overlooked the V2 and just see this, but I have never even seen it. All right, Guava SSA. Guava SSA. This is a 1 to 2% flavor. Um, it is a unsweetened natural guava. I don't get any candied. It is very kind of monotone, like with the sweetness. There's not a ton of sweetness in it, uh, but it tastes like guava. It kind of reminds me of like the tropical nature that you get in Favора's pink guava, but turned down a lot more manageable. It's definitely kind of musky, funky, tropical essence in there, but it's turned down a lot more, making it manageable. However, I've done a couple mixes with it, and it's gone well in certain instances, and then other instances it's kind of stuck out like sharp, like a pine. Hard to explain, but it just kind of pops out there. Blue Buddha likes it a lot. I guess I haven't made any public recipes to kind of get it where I wanted. Um, that makes sense. It's good but boring. I don't know how to say it. Like all the cool things, like we Guava Capella is like the cool kid at school, and this was the kid that no one hang out with, and that's unfortunate because the kid wasn't too bad, just he wasn't too sweet, kind of quiet. You know what I mean? In a mix, that's why it has this tendency to kind of stick out a little bit. But if it doesn't stick out, it's pretty good. It has a great base to it. No sweetness. It needs more sweetness. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Guava LA, I don't have. Guava Inawera, I have. I have issues, guys. I have this flavor and notes. Like, how does that happen? Like, if you were to say, hey man, do you have Inawera Guava? No, I don't have Inawera Guava. Like, who has Inawera Guava? I have Inawera Guava, and it's rated. How? I don't. I apparently it's a unique dessert guava at 1%. Apparently. I have this? I have too many flavors. This is an issue. This is too many. Too many. This happens like once a week where I forget I have a flavor, and then it's like, no, you have the flavor, and you have good enough notes to know what to do with it. I get a unique guava, almost like a dessert. What's gonna be even funnier is when I go to recipes and I see that I've mixed with it. Hope that doesn't. Okay, good. Okay, so I haven't mixed with it. But yeah, that's very interesting. Like a dessert, guava would be very useful. As you saw, Fiddy and Sam both had. Well, I'm assuming that's for the guava episode, but I had a guava bakery. There is guava pastry. Is it a pastry or a bakery? I can't remember. It's like, yeah. Or is it bakery? I don't remember. I've never had it, unfortunately, but I guess this is it. It's like a turnover. Oh yeah, I've seen that somewhere. I think in someone's mixes they were attempting to mimic it. Uh, that's what I think. Some kind of bakery aspect would be good for this. It's what I remember. At this point, I don't know. That's amazing. But yeah, if I said it, I gave it 4 stars. So it must be good. I think what would make it useful, being that it's a bakery, is that's just a rare element. Most of these are, not most of these, all these essentially are either candied or natural. So to have a bakery one, now Linda has something she can mix with. You can get a guava. But yeah, now I'm gonna have to mix with that. Now, I gotta take another drink. This is one of my favorites. So I tried this as a single mix. Honestly, that lineup was amazing for me. All the tropics, the fruits in that lineup were perfect. Yuzu and all that. I tried it and it wasn't wasn't, I don't want to say it's forgettable, but it was just like, oh, that's good. That's good. And then I was excited to mix with it, but the excitement, I didn't think anything would amount to it. I didn't think it would be like one of my favorites. I thought it was just kind of, I don't want to say catch grab, but, or like a clickbait kind of deal. Like, to me, it felt like, oh, here's another company combining two or three flavors for no freaking reason. As we saw with TPA, it doesn't always match. It doesn't always work for certain people. As I said, that was, C plus student. Guava Dark Berry as a single flavor test was great, was amazing, but it's even better in mixes. It just does a fantastic job with mixes. So I do have it in my pineapple pen, which is what I use, or I only make one flavor, or one recipe uh, that I make money off of, and it's for my old coworker slash friend. And I used to always have stuff around for him to try when I was at work, and he was like, well, "That smells good. That smells good. Can I try it?" Yeah. That's good. Can you make that in six? Boom. You know. Uh, this one, it does so great in mixes. And I lost it. It's right here. Now, I put not bad to get a dark part down. It's a very dark berry, kind of like a blackberry type deal, very earthy and natural, also a little tart, even with some skin notes. Guava isn't pink or anything, just a simple, authentic, natural guava. The guava is at the beginning of the exhale with the dark berry finishing off the vape. And that's pretty much what it is. This is good. It's not bad as a base, but it definitely excels as an additive. Uh, it is a fantastic flavor though. It's really natural. The tropical funkiness or whatever of it is not too bad. It's very tamed, so you can work with it. It does have that pink guava kind of musk funk to it, but it's turned down a lot. When you go above 1.5, 1.75%, it gets a little bit more prominent. But 1 to 1.75, you should be okay in most instances. Um, I don't know what I put it in as my recipe, but I think it was at 1 to 2, somewhere around there. At 2, it gets a little bit more bassy, but I think where it really excels is just making a unique kind of guava uh, blend. What is going on? I forgot to do my substitutions. Bro, when you get old, not now, I'm not on the way. I just gotta make sure you. Dang it. What happens when, like, you didn't put in no, like, I didn't put no substitutions, but I didn't put, hey, give me substitutions. What did they forget? What is $3.80? What did I get that was $3.80? What could it be? It's a mystery. Got, well, it don't matter because I got all the stuff I think that I need. Okay, sorry about that. Had to handle life. Phone just goes off. Tell us when you're on the way to pick up. What? Why? What? I wish they would tell you, like, oh, hey, buddy, this is why the payment was adjusted. But they don't. They don't. They don't. But anyways, get Guava Dark Berry. Absolutely love this flavor. Green Guava. I don't have it, but I tried to get it. I had a chance to get it. Can't remember. I think it was at Nicotine River, and I passed on it. What you got, recipe? Ooh. I don't have medicine flower. But I absolutely do love what you did here with the condensed milk. Tangent time. Condensed milk is one of, if not, yeah, let's just drop crap, you know what I mean? It is one of, if not the best creams, milks, whatever you want to call it, to go with fruits. One of, if not the best. It just, and then here's the fun fact. It already tastes good, you know, but if you somehow let that sit for about a week to 2 weeks, there's something about it. It just gets so thick and creamy. Really good. Let's see what else he did. Graham cracker flavor last, can't go wrong. Motherfucking guava, don't have it. New York cheesecake cap 3, can't go wrong. Perarium 0.25, Jesus. One of the best top 5 strawberries, ultimate 2, ultimate sweet, which I need to get at 3. Wonder if ultimate sweet's even worth it. I love sweet strawberry FJ to begin with. This looks good. Medicine flower at 0.75, is that, oh. What? It's low? I feel like that's normal for medicine flower, but looks good. Is it public? Get in my belly. Made this in 22, but never made it. Steep. And Uslan said it best. The steep is real. Give it 10 days to 2 weeks. I told you. Definitely the condensed milk needs a steep. Like, it doesn't need a steep, but it just gets significantly better with the steep. Well, it just gets better with the steep. You could go the whole way and you'd be fine. But after 2 weeks, it just changes a little bit. All right, where are we? Real flavors. Do I have this flavor? Because at this point, I don't freaking know. I thought I did, but I guess not. Guava VTA. I remember trying this flavor. I don't think I have it any longer. I didn't like it, if I remember correctly. It was too musky. But I don't remember enough to go over it. TFS, more than likely bad. Okay, that person says it's, let me go. Yeah, I wish they had like the ability to have like, all right, this person did it as a single flavor test, that's why it's higher, or this person didn't know what they were doing, you know what I mean? Guava, do I have the guava notes? Why don't I have them? It's somewhere else on my phone, who cares? Yeah, this one's probably not good. Most of that line was not good for me. VSO guava, natural guava. I wasn't a huge fan of all the guavas. They were kind of too watery. They were more like juice, like ocean spray kind of juice, like in that line of artificial and natural. It wasn't terrible. It was just kind of watered down. A nice kind of pink to it. I don't remember the raw. Fresh guava cap. So fresh guava cap, you're like, oh Cap, you can't follow up sweet guava. You're a bunch of gums, you know. And no, they can, and they did it. And why is my phone going off? Why are you mentioning me? Who are you? Oh yeah, it's the Super Bowl today. Yeah. Yeah, fresh guava. Capella was like, nah, we can do it. Not all the time, but just this time we can do it. It was watered down. It wasn't terrible, but it was just kind of like you forgot to add the rest of the powder to drink mix. Fresh guava, like Capella. All right, hear me out. Top 3 guava, top 5, top 3 or 5. Now, everything that sweet guava Capella does for candy, fresh guava does for natural. It's a pretty damn good natural. There is like 10% kind of artificial candy, kind of syrupy or more juicy vibe. But this is fantastic. The funk in it, the musk, whatever fitty, the tropicalness, the tropicalnicity of it is fantastic. It's turned down. Almost a sneeze coming. We're okay. I think that was the magic school bus flying out of my nose. Okay, we're okay. We're back. We're alive, right? Can feel arms, no stroke. Okay, good. Fresh guava has that funk tropical-nicity turned down, and it's very manageable. Now, of course, if you push it above 3%, it gets a little bit more tropically. I would recommend around 2 to 2.5. Uh, it is a delicious, underrated flavor. A very natural, a very bassy, a very standalone guava. As much as sweet guava by Capella might need assistance to kind of boost it a little bit more towards that guava that you want, this one doesn't need it as much. It does fairly well. Around 2%, it shows up in a 2 to 2.5. It shows up in a recipe fairly well. It's very bassy. It doesn't have a lot of top notes, but it makes up for its bass and its kind of body. Now, even though mixing it with Capella, sweet cap, sweet guava cap, it's a great mix. Combining them two, it makes sense because the sweetness of sweet really complements the natural the natural guava, and then the natural guava really complements the artificial candiness of sweet guava. They work well together. This flavor does well. I really like it. I don't even know if I've released mixes. I've made a couple that I've enjoyed. It looks like not. Surprised. You would think I would have by now. I have to keep working until I like some. But I really enjoy this flavor. It kind of reminds me of like a green strawberry by Capello, but like their guava version, if that makes sense. Like a nice natural guava. Uh, um, I don't have it, but Fiddy recommends Medicine Flower Guava. He says it's one of his best, one of his favorites. That's what he says. If you follow chat along, he's been talking about all the guavas as well. And then I don't know what DH is. Is DH Dume? I don't think so. But I don't have that one as well. Guava FE. Not good. This one was too floral, too funky. Um, I do not recommend it. Uh, it's kind of like SSA or Fresh Capella, but only the negative things. It's like the third brother that's just like in jail and has like 5 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 years old. You know what I mean? Something like it's kind of like that. Like he's been on Maury 3 times. Pink Guava FA. I have the notes. Very dry pink guava, slightly authentic, but not as sweet as normal guava. The funk that you get off is good though. It's it's good. This really nice guava. It's got this really nice guava note in there. It's just ruined by the lack of sweetness, but mainly being so dry. Instantly dries the palate. This could probably be fixed by adding other guavas or cacti to it. I don't mind it. I feel it might work best at 1% and lose its dryness that it has. I've never got around to working on this flavor because it's unfortunately came around the time that FA has had like 4 flavors that I've just gone crazy on. Pineapple coconut, blue ras fruit punch, not ultimate strawberry mountain forest, and blueberry muffin. And those ones have distracted me from trying this. It's definitely significantly better than regular guava FA, but that dryness is really annoying. But like I said, it can probably be easily solved with any kind of juicifier. Um, Not that bad. What's funny is it smells exactly like Favora pink guava when you smell it, either diluted or mixed, whatever you want to call it, or just concentrated. Uh, but it don't taste like it. But that's a good hidden one that not a lot of people have. I think that's it. I've heard a lot of good things about the guavas from Recca, but I have not gotten a chance to try any of them. I do know they have a couple, but I haven't gotten around to trying them. Where is Wonder Flavors? It's not here yet. Alright, so strawberry and guava, by Wonder Flavors, pretty damn good flavor. I haven't worked with it a lot, so I've only tested it at 4 and 5, I think, or just 4. I haven't done a mix with it yet. How many times can I say Yeah, FA had 4 good flavors in the last couple years, but they've been really good flavors, so it kind of makes up for all the crap, like grape candy. Yeah, strawberry guava. We talked about this in the new releases and the flavor of the year uh, and strawberry mute episode. I think we talked about more than likely since we went over every single strawberry I had. This is pretty good. I haven't mixed with it, so I don't know how it does in mixes, and I don't know how well balanced it stays. Um, it's a pretty well balanced strawberry and guava. I get more guava, but that could just be, from my palate. I enjoyed it. I like it. Nothing wrong with it. The guava in it, not too funky. Kind of almost candied, sweet. It has a good body to it. Not a lot of top notes as usual. I enjoy it. I just haven't mixed with it enough to know where it goes. What have you mixed with it, Fitty? You have mixed with it at 2.25. Made a little lemonade here. That's kind of what I get from it, is I get kind of a drink vibe. Ocean spray, lemonade, artificial kind of drink vibe from it. Lemon's Kick in Awera is very slept on. Not a lot of people have. And that looks good. I'll have to try it. I don't like zesty lemon. It was too zesty if I remember correctly. What? Yeah, that's a good, because the lemonade fizziness is good mix. Yeah, decent flavor. I needed to mix with it to truly know how it is, but it is a pretty mostly natural, slightly artificial, kind of ocean spray-esque ideal. I liked it. There's another guava from Recca. Like I said, they have a couple. I've heard some good things about them, but I've never got around to buying them. There's a lot of Recca I need to get through. Guava Noms. I gotta look it up, but if I remember correctly, I wasn't the biggest fan. Guava. Alright. Now it's time to find the long list of 100 flavors and look for the G. I love that line because I'm still working on flavors that, how they, like, I already know I like them. I want to see how they do in mixes. Well, can we find you, buddy? Can we find you? I know I. Alright. Guava. Oh, I did like it. Fresh green guava with some candy aspects to it, but mostly just a fresh guava. Kind of pink, kind of red. Very juicy and watery body. The body is kind of unsteady and weak and fades off the palate quickly. Has a nice skin note in there as well. Reminds me of a diluted Favora pink guava with way less funk. 7 out of 10. But yeah, not too bad. Put it there. I haven't got around to it, and I think probably why is that kind of diluted kind of aspect to it. Oh boy. Well, I should finish up because Fresh is on. No one's gonna watch me now. Let's see. But I gotta finish this up. I think that's it. That has to be it. I swear there was another guava blend. Maybe it's POGs. I don't have organic guava NF. Based off that, I should get it. Let me see if there's a POG. I doubt it. Who cares? All right. So we're gonna end. Just for the simple fact, I believe Fresh is live. Yeah, Fresh is live right now. So say if you go there, say Daniel sent you. Say I said hi. My stream says hi. But anyways, we're gonna end. Make sure you go switch over to Fresh. I don't have much else to say. Before you leave, I'm gonna promote myself shamelessly. Because that's what I'm gonna do. So we got the next few weeks set up. I'll go quick so you guys can go over to Fresh. So we did the Guava episode for Fiddy. Thank you very much for watching as usual. Next week we will do Honeydew and Cantaloupe. Then we'll do Mango. We might switch Mango around, so Fiddy might send me some stuff. Thank you, Fiddy. Love you. And then the Milk and Honey episode after that. And then Kiwi. The Milk and Honey episode for Rocky is literally an episode of just honey flavors and just milk flavors. Because I have, I'm guessing, 15 in total of that. 20? Something like that. As well as TMA, we have Limes. Another major episode. So please tune in. Should be great. Anyways, head over here and say hi to everyone over there. Yeah, so we're gonna end kind of suddenly, but it's all right. We've gotten through all that we needed to. So yeah, stay tuned for next week. It's gonna be an awesome awesome. I'm gonna love it. I like honeydew, cantaloupes. All these flavors are great. I do have the new polls up on DIY or Die's Facebook group as well as our own Facebook page. Please vote on that because this is just going to be user voted until the ending of the show. And then don't forget to hashtag TMA all your recipes. I would love to see more interactions with TMA regardless of if you make good or bad recipes. I'm probably going to take a nap too. Nope, I got to work. Not work, but I got to do stuff. But anyways, that's that. Go say hi to everyone over here. And the busters over there. It seems like they're just getting the sound out, so you won't be late. It's also great to see Dave back. I haven't seen Dave in forever. You got Echo, Mando, Lumi, Fresh. So anyways, that's that. I'm gonna play some music out, go get some groceries and all that. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I know I say that, and probably people think, oh, he says that all the time. Like, I have fucking nothing, bro. I have like 600 subs. I legit appreciate y'all. And that will never change. Even when I get 700 subs. But yeah, regardless, I appreciate everyone that supports my friends, as well as me, as well as whatever. See you Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern Time for TMA Lime. It's a major episode. I would love to see y'all there. Super easy, tons of flavors you can use. And then next week, Cantaloupe Honeydew. Should be a fun episode for some melon haters to watch, but Anyways, y'all have a good night. Later. Do that one. Do this.